Alrighty then, let's talk about Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, the loved one, the hated one within the fan base, and the salty rivals that constantly comparing Bruno Fernandes with Kevin Van de Bruyne and all on that jazz. I don't really get it, think about it and stop for a minute. Bruno Fernandes, ever since he came in that January 2-3 years ago, has performed an output with crazy numbers, which I have not seen any Premier League player or signing doing, right? As a matter of fact, as a coach, one will be just lucky to have Bruno Fernandes in my team. And I'll tell you why. Just think about it. Have you ever seen Bruno Fernandes not playing a full 90 minutes or being complained or out for injuries? Don't think so. Bruno Fernandes, since he joined Manchester United, have never been injured. He played most of the 90-minute games. As a matter of fact, let's look at the stats right now. Ever since the World Cup of Portugal, or ever since we kicked off the season, Bruno has played every single 90 minutes and performing amazing stats and outputs. You will be lucky to have such a player in your team. He's a leader, he's our captain, he's our Bruno Fernandes. Now, for some reason, there is some strange love-hate relationship towards Bruno Fernandes. Something that I cannot understand. And this is why we're here to debunk it. And what better way to look at his background and asking Bixby, ask the internet, who is Bruno Fernandes? Hi Bixby.
Hi. I can't believe it's nighttime already.
Certainly is Bixby. Bixby, who is Bruno Fernandes? Please explain.
Bruno Miguel Borges Fernandes was born on 8 September 1994 in the town of Maia in Porto, Portugal. Bearing both his mother's maiden name Borges and his father's surname Fernandes, he grew up idolizing the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Zinedine Zidane, and Ronaldinho. Fernandes played on the streets of Maia with his elder brother Ricardo and was known to support Manchester United. He started attracting attention from a very young age due to his inherent skill with the ball. He was offered an opportunity to train with the Portouguese Academy, but the middle-class boy had to settle for their rivals, Boa Vista, because of the transportation they provided. But how did he go from playing in the streets of Maia to being a key player in Manchester United? Bruno Fernandes' football career began in earnest when he was signed by Novara in 2012 and moved to Italy. Despite his initial struggle with homesickness, he gradually settled in the country and went on to play in both Serie B and Serie A under clubs like Udinese and Sampdoria. His big break came in 2017 when he returned to Portugal after being signed by Sporting Lisbon for a reported fee of €8.5 million plus bonuses. Fernandes grabbed headlines during his spell at Sporting when he won the Primeira Liga Player of the Year award twice in 2017 and 2018. Having tasted success with Sporting Lisbon and making a reputation for himself, Bruno joined Manchester United in 2020 for a fee of around £67.6 million. He has been a key player for the Red Devils ever since, making 100 appearances and contributing 38 goals and 26 assists in the Premier League. In his first season with the club, he won the Premier League Player of the Month award twice in succession, a feat achieved only by Ronaldo before him at United. At the national team level, Bruno has been representing Portugal ever since he was playing in the Under-19 tournaments. And though he was not considered for the senior national team during his stint in Italy, he finally made his way into the Portuguese side before the 2018 Russia World Cup. Since then, he has been called up to the national team in all major tournaments. tournaments, including UEFA Nations League and the Euro 2020. In the recent World Cup, he has been one of the top performing players and have been vital in his team's success in the tournament. He has equaled the 56-year-old record by being directly involved in 5 goals, the most by a Portuguese player in a single tournament since 1966.
So why this agenda against Bruno Fernandes? Well, I think it resonates in 2 parts. Number one, we all know that Bruno Fernandes can be frustrating with his Hollywood passes and giving the ball away. On the arguable side, to flip the coin, if you don't take risks, you don't drink champagne. And when when his key passes come through, and those Hollywood passes, they bear fruit. And when they don't, we get punished. But that is called a creative flair footballer. On the other hand as well, you got to look at the different positions that Bruno has been playing in different systems. When he was playing under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he had more of a free range, it was not disciplined. Bruno was roaming around the pitch, being that danger man, being the talisman, being that creative player that we desperately needed. Because let's face it, we had Juan Mata who lost his legs, and Bruno together with Paul Pogba that was pretty much injured most of the time, provided that creative chances in the final third. Now we had a disciplinary in terms of change of system, in terms of Ten Hag coming in, and we clearly seen the style of play that Ten Hag wants to do. He's also disciplined Bruno by playing him as a central attacking midfielder, but you can also argue that he's been playing him as a right winger or a central right midfielder, attacking midfielder. And yet again, why this agenda? I mean, we covered the system of change, we covered the expectations, and I'm led to believe that ever since Bruno Fernandes was recruited in under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in that January transfer window, his numbers are insane. He set the bar high with his fantastic assists. He's a stat padder, and he was also a goal scorer. Never have we seen such an output from a attacking midfielder to bag so many goals. Now, obviously, I would argue to say that now that Jadon Sancho is back and that we've seen that dynamics, especially in that Leicester game the other day, that connection between Jadon Sancho and Bruno Fernandes was telepathic, right? Bruno Fernandes, if you give him the free range role as a right-sided attacking midfielder, you will probably see the best out of Bruno. But Bruno as a number 10 is not as effective. And Erik ten Hag is constantly talking about weapons, and I think we're starting to see what's going on in Ten Hag's mind, barring that he said after that scintillating win with 3-0 against Leicester that it was a breath of fresh air to see those two find each other. I think we will see more Jadon Sancho starting as a number 10 or a kind of an interchanging attacking 4, where Bruno Fernandes plays on the right as a number 8 but interchanges with Sancho as well. So to create an agenda against Bruno Fernandes, one just have to look at stats and facts and figures, because per logic and reasoning, per realistic facts, they don't lie. Why? Because if you look at his overall appearance ever since he joined Manchester United, he had 110 appearances, 41 goals, 58 wins, and been part in 22 losses, right? If we look at the season 2023, he's been appearing in 23 games, 5 goals, 15 wins and 4 losses, and I repeat, 0 red cards ever since he joined Manchester United. In team play, right, he has contributed with 6 assists. He's averaging about 1.081 per game. Passes per match, 47, right? Big chances created, 17, right? Crosses, 83, right? Crosses accuracy per percentile, 27%, okay? And the through balls. This is the weapon of Bruno Fernandes. His through balls are 16, accurate long balls are 66. This is freakish stats. Now, one can argue to the blue in the face. If you're a rival, if you're a coach from another opponent, you just simply have to admire Bruno Fernandes and what he's doing for Manchester United. Now, which is his best position? You know, that is kind of what I believe that most fan base is kind of missing the point in, you know, when they are criticizing Bruno. My humble opinion, and this is just my humble opinion, I think Bruno is best when he plays on the right side box-to-box attacking midfielder, not as a central number 10. Bruno for me is an endless pressing machine. We've seen that. He runs his socks off week in, week out. But Bruno Fernandes has a vision, has a passing range that no one has in the Premier League. The number of through balls that he passes through the outside of his boot, his vision is just exceptional. There's numerous occasions when we've seen balls coming in with stun the opposition, finding the feet of Marcus Rashford. Or let's go back to that free kick when he joined Manchester United. There was a free kick. He just basically chipped it over the wall, hit Anthony Martial's legs, and Martial just buried it. That was just sublime. So to understand why people are slagging on Fernandes, it simply has to go down to personal preference, as you as a consumer of the game might be frustrated in his Hollywood through passes and the way he's losing the ball, so you just don't like his personality. But at the end of the day, he's our Bruno Fernandes, he's our captain, and stats don't lie, performance don't lie, it's all there, people. We yet to see the best of Bruno Fernandes under Erik ten Hag, and Erik ten Hag is building a team that is going to be scary, right? So for me, Bruno Fernandes is one of the best attacking midfielders in the world at the moment. And the ironic part of this all is that he is our Bruno. He is red. So please put all your agenda to bed. Let me know your comments below what you think. What is Bruno's best position? Because Erik ten Hag is building a very, very scary team. We are believing. We see you, Bruno. We hear you, Bruno. We feel you, Bruno. You're our captain. This is Mick from MEFC Realist TV. Please like and subscribe. Drop a comments below, and we shall see you soon. Cheers. Laters.
Your captain of your heart. Yeah. Oh, I'm the captain. I'm the captain.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MEFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.